One of my more powerful metaphors comes around the metaphor of the pool, the deep end and the shallow end. A lot of people's lives that they perceive to be difficult or challenging or hard or exciting and fun really gets defined by which end of the pool are you in. So I want you to think back when you were a kid, when you used to play in the shallow end and then deep end was something that was deep and dark and foreboding over there and like, oh, am I ready to go into the deep end? You had to pass a swim test, get a little tag on your swimsuit to be able to go into the deep end of the pool. Because you had to be able to swim there. You had to be able to swim on your own. You couldn't have water wings. You couldn't have help and support. A lot of people metaphorically have stayed in the shallow end of the pool for the rest of their life. Heck, half of the people stay in the kiddy end of the pool. They don't even get in and wade into their knees or wade into their waist because the water's too cold or it's, I don't know that I'm a good swimmer. But the reality is we were born in water. We understand water. We love water. It's in your DNA to be a great swimmer. And so if you are trying to create life and you're in the shallow end of the pool, you can stand there, you can splash around with all the other people that are in the shallow end of the pool, and you can pretend that's life. But when you go into the deep end of the pool, when you go down to where it's deep and calm and still, and there's not noise, and there's not all the other crap and problems and difficulties and illusions of challenges. When you're in the deep end of the pool, down in the deep water, then you are back in your element. You're back in your potentiality. You're back in your greatness. And in the deep end, when you swim in the deep end, when you create life in the deep end of the pool, then you can do anything you want in life. You can accomplish anything, dream anything, go anywhere and do anything, and there will never be anything that holds you back. But you've got to go into the deep end. You've got to believe that you're that man, that woman, that you can get there, that you will survive there, that you will thrive there. And so a lot of times when you look at what you're building or what you're wrestling with or what your challenges are or what you think the solutions are, you really first have to ask yourself, what end of the pool is defining my reality for this situation, for this belief that I have? Go into the deep end. It's always far easier there.